Other than what you have hidden away in your extra dimensional pockets and shit, no possessions. This includes, for those of you with nanites and shit, those are gone too. Okay? Like your
What
bag
about
of, like little critters. The matrix powers will continue to work just fine. But let's see. Followers of Indigo AI, you're fucked. No robots with you. Where are they? You don't know. As far as your normal possessions and shit, and possibly even your Indigo robots, those are all safely back at Red Carpet. I'm just going to tell you that for free so you don't have to panic about it and don't fucking angrily throw away papers with all those possessions. All that shit is back with. Let's see. And also,
so you said anything in pocket, so the like Highlander shit?
Highlander shit is what I mean by the extra dimensional pockets. Those are okay. So if Pete's got his fucking kukri in there or whatever,
I got my
do.
Yeah. Also, there may be other shit on you guys, but I'm going to let you know about each of you guys has 2 tarot cards on you, and I'm just going to tell you which 2 each of you have, okay?
Right. I'm going to record it. I'm going to actually record it this time.
Really?
and I'm just going to play a card before we get too far and get cards that get rid of this card, Spark of Divinity.
Good man.
And I'm going to raise my learning.
I will draw 4 cards.
Oh, it's not you're not at 20 yet, Peter?
Not learning, no. It's 19 now.
Oh, goddamn. All right. So, Chris, your 2 tarot cards. And by the way, if you guys give a shit as to which deck it is, it's the Rider-Waite tarot deck.
So they look to be the same cards as we've previously gotten that we looked at?
Correct. Chris, your 2 cards are Judgment and the Ace of Wands. Matthew, you have the 3 of Cups and the Queen of Pentagrams, or Pentacles, as they call it.
Pentacle.
Queen of Testicles, okay.
And Peter, you have the 5 of Wands, or 5 of Staves, and the 4 of Staves, or 4 of Wands, depending on how you name them. No explanation. They seem to be just your average tarot cards and shit. But more...
All right, so that makes 18 tarot cards that we know of.
Let's see. Opening scene. There's a feeling of falling in several bright flashes. Something that sounds like a clumsy robot on bad hydraulics trying desperately to do something with the crackling of fire close by. At this point, everybody steps through some sort of gate which deactivates behind you. There's a strong smell of ozone in the air. The gate itself kind of is about the size of the Stargate from the movie and shit, except that it seems to be really old. Parts of it are made of stone, wood, even some packed earth. There's a couple of guys with shaved heads and brown uniforms who are intently watching the gate. The room itself that you're in is old brickwork. Now, the interesting part, you're with a whole bunch, maybe 50-ish other scared-looking 11-year-olds. You guys are also 11 years old. Everybody give me a sanity roll.
Not again.
And Chris, take a card as, yes, this has literally happened to you before.
I am fine with that.
Anybody who succeeds their sanity roll, it's 1 point. It goes toward form changing, which maxes at 30. Also, the only thing that really happens to you in this form is your damage dice is 2 places reduced for weapons powered by your might. So if you find Daddy's gun, that's at full damage. But if you pull out your sword and try to use that, you're 2 dice down. So your D8 goes, or in Matt's case, is fucking chainsaw moves down to a normal sword.
I fucking hate you.
Oh, so curious. What is it if you fail? Sorry.
If you fail, it's D4. It's not a huge deal, but you're not going to go crazy, which is great. But
What
I'm
was
sorry,
the
can you say it
max?
again? It froze just as you were telling me what the dice was. Sorry.
30 max, please.
D4,
D4. Got me. Thank you.
maximum of 30.
What's
Okay.
the name of it again?
Form changing.
Form changing.
Form changing.
Yeah. Now, if you get into some really horrific shit, like a Cthulhu or something, the SAN max may increase. But this is for stuff that is Logan's expecting at this time. Now, also, all of the other kids, male, female, all of them have the same lack of hair you guys do. My hair would be considered a bit longish, okay? Also, there's a sharp smell of urine, as one of the kids seemed to have pissed himself. About half the kids have epicanthic folds, like the Asian type eyes, for those who don't know that weird word. All of the kids are dressed a bit differently, although you guys are all wearing very standardized clothing that looks well used, reused, and handed down, like some sort of very poor uniform. The kids' emotions, give me empathy rolls to get a general group feeling. In addition to the two guys in gray, there's also a dude with weird eyes. I'll give you his picture later, and you'll be like, oh yeah, he's got weird eyes.
A half.
Quarter.
Matt?
Empathy is a yes.
Great. The kids' reactions are anywhere between scared, wet themselves, on up to excited and eager. Okay? So there's a wide range of fucking emotions and shit here. The guy with the odd eyes addresses the group and he says, yes, well, I would like to, and at this point, his gaze falls. Matt, make sure there's no personal information printed on the back of your fucking sheet because I had to edit that shit out before. Map is fine. Yeah. Had to go through and fucking edit it to get your address and shit off of the internet. The man says, I would like to, and then he spots you three with the glowing eyes, and he says, excuse me for a moment, won't you? And he slowly backs away, and then he turns and strolls down the hallway. Give me listen rolls. He's strolling very casually.
Get the fuck out of here.
Going around a corner.
Got it.
Got it.
Those of you who made it, the walk turns into a run.
Half.
Let's run after him.
Are you running after him?
Yes.
All right. One of the kids makes a break for freedom, and one of the guys in brown just holds up his hand, like he's not trying to be threatening, but he just like holds up his hand, like, "Whoa, stay."
High five.
Do I?
I'm a kid, so.
Brown.
What's Matt doing?
Brown, get out of my way. I know your master. He owes me one. Now shut up. Move.
Matt, stop bobbing your leg. It's going to make them crazy when they watch this. He's like, sir, just wait here for a moment, would you please?
Do we get the sense of, that thing of there are others that we are friends with, no blah blah blah, that we've had
yes,
when we've
you all have the you know that your two buddies are here. Each of you knows that your two buddies are here, and one of them is apparently high-fiving the guy in brown who looks totally baffled, like, what in the fuck is going on?
Kick him in the nuts.
and
Holy
the fact
shit,
that,
give me an unarmed roll, man.
Kick roll. No.
He just puts his hand on your head and holds you back for a while. Sir.
Doc, Alex, is that you?
Yeah, I think so.
Maybe.
Everybody give me a spot hidden roll.
Maybe, baby.
Spot
Crit.
hidden.
Those of you who make spot hidden, give me empathies. If you don't make spot hidden, don't worry about the empathy.
Crit.
God damn it, Matt. He goes. Right. Those of you who make it, the spot and the empathy, they're one of the little girls. Like everybody else is kind of moved away from you guys. Like, oh shit, because you guys all have fucking flashlight heads, and except for this one little girl who has this just mop of unruly hair and kind of greasy skin, she looks at you guys like fierce joy, like a little bit of surprise, and then like the oh yeah, fuck yeah type of thing, and then she's trying to make her face real neutral. I mean, but
I thought you said all the kids had shaved heads.
they do. Oh shit, yeah. Well, her eyebrows are unruly then. Fuck her. Take a card, Peter. You horrible man. So, by the way, some of the kids are dressed really well, like as opposed to you guys. You guys are dressed like this was available. You hear people coming back as you're saying there. The little girl, she looks at you and goes,
she looks threatening while she's saying that.
You don't think so, but yes, but not toward you. There you go.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. She's a kind of disturbing kid, though. She's one of those kids that if it was your daughter, then you would think your name is Officer Allman. Anyway,
Logan, I'm gonna play cram course, spend a hero point, and I'm gonna put 10% into parkour for the hell of it.
Do you have the prereqs of parkour?
Yep, I got acrobatics, climb, sprint, long jump, and jump. Long run distance and jump.
All at 60 or better, yeah?
Yep.
Wow, fuck yeah, go for it.
Mm-hmm.
So, right.
Sorry, just to let you know as well, you might want to think about rewriting that card, because at the moment it's still at 0, where you should just say base, because nothing's at 0 anymore, is it? Really?
Yeah, that's right.
Good point. Yeah, it should be a learning plus 10.
I've just dropped it. I don't know if you need to actually activate it, but you can just take it.
Right. What's the card called?
Cram course.
Cram course. Right. Cram course card. Thank you, Matthew. Okay. Anyway, right.
Mildred?
Oh, Bumgarner.
No, it's not Mildred Bumgardner, but hold on, let me continue on with this. Right, the guys come back with 2 other people. One's a hard-faced man. The other's a very tough-looking black lady. They come back, or they all come in. They stop. They look around. They see you guys. They look at you for a while, and the lady says, "Are you okay? Are you feeling calm?" "He tried to kick me," says the brown guy, and pointing at Alex. They all look at you guys. Empathy rolls.
What is this shenanigans?
Everything's going to be fine, says the guy with the strange eyes.
Yeah, got it.
They're figuring out if you guys are okay or if they need to kill you.
I'd like to see them try.
What's going on, Toots?
They look at each other like, and excuse us a moment. They all go around the corner. Give me listen rolls at -30. They're trying not to be overheard.
Nah.
Anybody make it? It's a hard one.
Yep.
I need to check on that one.
Okay.
Yes.
Right. What Holmes hears, the lady goes, they just arrived through the gate with the others. What do we do? The hard-faced guy goes, none are blue or yellow-eyed. We simply keep an eye on them. If they're patrons or them don't cause trouble, we teach them like any other student. Lady, and if they do cause trouble, the hard-faced guy goes, the sorting should tell us if they intend to do that at least. If they get through, then but cause trouble later, well, training is dangerous. Lady goes, I understand. Those bastard towers, they're just kids. Hard-faced guy goes, I don't need to tell you about things shaped like kids. No, sir, you do not. The hard man then says, normal in processing, if you please, Mr. Claw. The guy with odd eyes goes, "Very good, headmaster." Two of them leave. The guy with odd eyes comes back around the corner.
If Doc and Alex are close enough, I'll relay.
Yes, you
critical
whisper
bits
to them.
I'll relay the critical bits to them.
Give me a feel roll, Pete.
A feel roll.
Yes.
Where is my feel?
Oh, is this adventure and feel around?
Yes.
Yes, I make my feel roll.
You feel somebody actually, like, their face is almost touching yours. You can feel it as you're whispering to them. And you look over. It's the girl with the greasy skin. She looks at you and goes like that, and then points to your shirt. Everybody me... Okay.
I'll look under my shirt.
On the inside is a small pocket that has, like, glasses with dark lenses.
I'll pull out the glasses.
Logan, can I just say that if you've put us into some fucked up kind of Hogwarts, I'm not going to be happy.
Nice. The girl gives the other two guys a significant look and kind of jostles Joshua a bit.
You got glasses in your shirts, boys.
Kind of fades back into the rest of the kids a bit more. Cool. Right. The guy blinks a bit that you're all now wearing dark glasses, shrugs, and goes, "Well, those who have bags, please leave them here. They'll be moved to your rooms later after you've been sorted into your houses."
You cock.
You guys are all...
At this point, I would just like to say to the audience, welcome to season 3, bitches. 9 more seasons, Logan. 9 more seasons.
You guys are all led down a brick corridor, around a corner, down another brick corridor, through some sort of operations room, past a heavily manned security checkpoint with watchful-looking armed guards, down a pillared corridor, emerging briefly into the outdoors. All the pictures and maps will be provided later, don't panic. Through a large courtyard with a fountain in the middle, nighttime vapors caress the building. And with a flourish, the guy wearing glasses opens a big fucking door, which is even bigger because you guys are tiny. And you're ushered into the great hall and then given a sign to wait. There's a shitload of other students sitting on benches, all wearing some sort of different uniforms. Now I can begin showing you some pictures. Yes, I'm sure that none of you knows what the great hall looks like. And let's see. Okay, now the teachers are wearing some fucked up uniforms and stuff. Here is uniforms and some of the hallways you went down and shit like that. It seems that the different houses are sorted by sleeve color, and there's also certain numbers of pips, and it seems the older you are, the more pips you get, shit like that. But more description. As you can imagine, all the kids are sitting there, and then there's the big bench that has the teachers. And here is your first, thank Pete for this, Dropbox thing. I will put in the link, roll 20, so that you can get them. This is what all the teachers look like, what their name is, and possibly even which class they teach. And the guy who's the headmaster, and by the way, these guys do look like this, and it seems like Joshua McKay knows who everybody is already for reasons. The headmaster says, "Before we begin the sorting ceremony, I have a few announcements. Welcome to the Shadow Academy. You are here to learn and prepare for your mandatory military service. The forest is strictly out of bounds. Years 1 through 3 may only practice the obstacle course under the supervision of a 6th year or a teacher. It is hoped that by insisting on this, the number of accidental deaths may be reduced to a more acceptable number. For the upper classes that will be competing this year, we are pleased to announce that we will be hosting the Portal Institute of San Francisco. It's a lot of murmuring all over the hall. Give me empathy rolls.
No.
Those of you who made their empathy rolls, even the teachers give quick, nervous glances to each other. At this point, the headmaster whip-crack intimidates the school into silence. He says, "It is just one of those initiatives for peace that our leaders have decided upon. As the Shadow Academy, we will do our part. There will be no lapses in hospitality while they are here. They will also be attending the school dance." More murmuring, more whip-crack intimidate. In addition to that, we have some students who serve some of the colors who will be joining us this year. Louder murmurings. This is enough to cause him to actually raise his hand. He says, "Not blue or yellow. I expect them to be treated as any other student. Should I hear otherwise, the names of the offenders will be passed to DI Hapablap for additional training. In conclusion, we will have all 3 of the magically active ranks, Magus, Adept, and Gifted here. The lower ranked ones will have to work harder to prove their merit, but someone who is very motivated can surpass someone of a higher rank through grit and hard work. If you think your Magus rank will get you a free pass into the Shadow Corps, you are sadly mistaken." Everybody looks a bit intimidated at this. Then the guy with the odd eyes, Mr. Claw, the English teacher, he introduces himself as Mr. Claw, the English teacher. He says, "I will be walking you through the next part where we can integrate you with the other students. You must be brave. Everyone here has gone through the same thing." The start of term banquet will begin shortly, but before you take your seats in the Great Hall, you will be sorted into your houses. The sorting is a very important ceremony because while you are here, your house will be something like your family within the Shadow Academy. You will sleep in the house dormitory and spend free time within the house common room. As he names off the appropriate houses, one of each of the 4 students with the appropriate color sleeves briefly steps forward and then back again. The 4 houses are called Hydra, they have blue sleeves, Dragon with green sleeves, Phoenix with yellow, and House Bobcat with red sleeves.
Oh,
I wonder which one we're going to get put in.
I wonder.
Go Bobcat.
While you are at Shadow Academy, your triumphs will earn your house points, while any rule breaking will lose house points. At the end of the year, the house with the most points is awarded the House Cup, a great honor. I hope each of you will be a credit to whichever house becomes yours. Everybody looks at the House Bobcat guy. It seems that Alex is losing his shit. He's trying really hard to keep it together, but you can tell he's fucking losing it. This
Literally at the point when he says House Bobcat, I go, House Bobcat! Go Bobcats!
Oh, man. He says, the pips on the shirt indicate what year students they are. You guys are all very sharp-eyed. You notice the most pips on any of the shirts is 6. So it's, and actually probably 5. They don't give a pip for first-year students, and then 6th year gets 5 pips. Yay! Fuck them. Anyway, the sorting ceremony will take place in a few minutes in front of the rest of the school. I suggest you all smarten yourselves up as much as you can while you're waiting. At this point, the 4 students that are one from each of the houses that were there to show you your sleeves exit, and then they come back in pushing this thing, which I will now unveil. There's only one of them, but it's a big thing. It looks like multiple stumps, kind of in a clump with holes in the middle of them. It's on a big push table thing, and they push it in. One of the wheels, of course, is squeaky and a bit wobbly. There's a lot of cheers and stuff.
The door.
What?
That's the door.
No, not the door. It's the big stump thing.
No, the door. Our door downstairs. Someone just knocked on.
Someone just knocked at your house door, Logan.
Excuse me a moment.
I think it's your underpants, the 4XL.
Hi. Cool. Hi.
No, it's the stump. No, it's the fucking door. Oh. Classic.
Some sort of fucking packet. Matt's actually turned red,
No,
at least on camera, from laughing
It's
so
for
hard.
you. It's for you, I think.
Excellent.
It's your underwear.
Hooray! I've been needing underwear. Joe. Alrighty then.
I'm sorry. Fucking brilliant. No, it's not a door, it's a stump.
So anyway, getting back to it. Right. He says everybody has to end up sticking their hand into one of the holes, and some people believe that which hole you put your arm into influences your brand. Others do not. It hurts quite badly, but you must hold back the pain for the pride of your new house. Now, you guys are not first, so you
pretty much like my love life.
Everybody take a card. You guys are fucking out of control. The English teacher just looks at you like, what have we unleashed?
So does he have a hump?
Oh, sorry. I got to quickly before we go on because it might be. I've got to play immediately.
Let me move the card thing back for you guys so you can
play immediately. What behind door number 2? So
enjoy.
Yeah. Okay. So 10 cards, and to play immediately. Hopefully there will be some group Insta hero pods.
By the way, just to let the players know, this is information for the players. You do not have to play through 6 years of fucking Hogwarts. What I'm expecting, there are a couple of plots and shit that are going on here.
Damn.
Russ pretty much escaped within an hour from the school. Gone. But you guys can explore the school as much as you want or as little as you want. You can do whatever plots you can find there or not. It's all up to you because there's a lot of different shit. And plus, if there's one thing I've learned, it's that people are going to keep getting drugged back to older zones and shit. So that's fine. There's shit going on at the school and a lot to explore, which I'll get to in a second. But first, Matt, are you good on your cards?
Yeah, no play immediately.
Excellent. Right. What happens is you're watching other kids stick their hands in there. All the other kids politely clap unless the kid cried out or showed pain. A couple of kids actually faint beforehand, and teachers have to pretty much pick them up and stick their hand in there. And,
I just figured they'd automatically be bobcats at that point.
Bobcat's a noble ancient house, sir.
Bobcats.
Yeah. Now here, what happens is when they take out their arms and show them to the crowd, it's one of these 4 different things that show up.
Yeah. See.
Yeah.
As in, so it's is it a brand or a tattoo?
It looks like a tattoo, but then it fades after a few seconds.
Skyrim.
Yes.
Hydra.
Let's see. It's definitely some sort of magic tattoo thing. Now, let's see. Stick your hand in. Okay. Now, one guy tried to do the pit, and something fucking grabbed him and stuck it in. He's like, flailing around, and it zapped the fuck out. Whatever was in there. So apparently fucking with it just pisses off. So we're going to go in the order I've got you guys on my screen. And Chris, you're up first. Give me a willpower roll. You want ×3 or less not to embarrass yourself in front of your new house.
Got it.
Okay, ×3. You got some applause. You bore the pain well. We now go to Alex. Lower is better, of course.
Willpower. All right.
Willpower.
Willpower. ×1.
×1. There's a lot of applause. You stifled a yawn while it was going on. You're going to be starting off at this school with quite a leg up, as they think you are either tough or brave or both.
Or stupid.
Well, yeah, quite possibly. Come on, Pete. Give me a fucking fumble willpower so I can show the full spectrum of things that I have figured out for this role.
Yeah, I fail.
You
It's by
failed.
5.
You screamed and threw up from the pain. A couple of people put their hands together, but your house looks like it wishes it had gotten someone else instead. Everybody believes you're a fucking wuss. So
Come on,
you guys, and you get called Neville by your own fucking teammate. So you are, as you guys all suspected, you are, of course, Team Bobcat, House Bobcat. Yay. Now, some interesting shit that happens during the big feast. The people serving the food are all elves. We're not talking house elves. We're talking full-size elves wearing like really beat up clothing and shit. All of them look like they would rather be wearing shirts with Bender that says, "Hey, baby, want to kill all humans?" Also, in addition to their shitty clothes, all of them are wearing rune-encrusted shackles and a neck thing. That's another shackle, and they all have runes and shit on them.
Are we talking the same elves from like the Beastlands? The necromancer ones.
All right. Yeah. Simple knee-length tunics and hose, male and female. The arms are bare, collars and wrist shackles, and they're overseen by a smattering of human slave masters who, of course, wear whips, because where there's a whip, there's a way.
There's a way.
Yep.
Logan, when one of them is close to me in Latin, I want to be like, "Be strong. We'll free you someday."
Give me a Latin roll.
Got it.
Give me an empathy roll.
Got it.
You have never seen such utter contempt that he looks at you with. He gives you the same kind of look as if you said, "I'm going to rape you and the rest of your family as soon as I'm done eating."
Nah, wink at him then.
Got it. No problem. You feel that if it was possible to make a lifelong enemy in your first half an hour here, you've done it.
That's it. That's
how you start. That's the way it needs to go.
Chris has his nemesis.
Nice.
He's gonna be the elf that's constantly around the corner fucking with Chris.
There's more announcements that happen while you guys are eating your feast. Pete's having problem keeping food down and shit because, you know, he's apparently gotten a lot weaker during the becoming 11 years old thing. If you have any questions, be sure to consult with your fellow student or house prefect. The purpose of the Shadow Academy is to prepare you for your mandatory military service. San Angeles is under the rule of the almighty Council of Shadows. For those of you who survived this long and difficult training, you will be well prepared to defend San Angeles and humanity from the various threats. After you finish with your meal, you'll be given a brief tour of the school, which will end at your common rooms. While at school, after you graduate, your grades for the 6 years you are here will be tabulated to determine your spirit pentagram. And also that little girl with the greasy skin sits. She's rubbing Joshua's back and stuff and trying to get him to eat.
Is she Bobcat?
Yeah, that's what I was curious. Yeah.
Yeah.
What is your name?
She says that her name, students,
Logan can't remember,
is Ollie. Ollie Bailey, she says. Don't take off your glasses after a few days, they'll all forget, she says. And then you guys are given a tour of the school, which I will now give you, and then I will explain what in the fuck is going on.
Nice.
Yes. There it is. So copy, and here it is in the anytime, anywhere chunk. Let me know when you've all gotten and opened your map thing. Map. This will also give you some insight as to what Logan's bubble maps look like, as well as his convoluted.
Oh, come on.
Okay.
Set up a Dropbox account to see this.
No, just download it. Just do a direct download.
Yep. You don't need a Dropbox account.
What is? Oh, right. I get you.
Now, Pete suggested this because it's a fucking good way to get all this shit.
Show in folder?
Yes. And then it's just an image file, like normal PNG or whatever kind of image.
Yeah. Which ones are we going to be clicking on?
Say again?
Which ones are we meant to be clicking on?
What do you
What do
mean?
you mean?
There's one file.
Once you direct download it, it should pop up. You're using Chrome, right?
Yep.
It'll be on the lower left-hand side.
Yeah, then you should be able to click on it and then select to open the folder or to open it. Oops.
You got it, Matt?
No.
Okay, when you download it, then it gives like a little timer and stuff, and it moves the bar up, and it shows like, and then you just double click it, and it opens up. It's just an image file. It's a picture, basically.
Yeah, I'm going download.
Yeah.
Direct download.
Right.
Yeah.
And then it opens up.
Should prompt you where to save the file.
Or it's in your downloads folder.
Okay, no. Here it is. Okay, hold on. Just taking forever. Holy shit.
There you got it. Yes, I spend a lot of time working on this. There's also pictures and stuff. Now, here's the deal with it. Basically, if you want to go exploring some shit, you can say, like, for example, right now you're at the Great Hall and stuff. You can say, hey, the Moonguard Hall, we're going to explore around that, the areas we can go into and stuff. And there's some stuff that isn't listed on your thing, and I would tell you there may be some roles like spot hiddens or whatever if there's something special. Like, for example, off the Great Hall is a backside door that goes to greenhouses, staff corridor, and then attached to the staff corridor, which is out of bounds, there's other stuff, for example, that you can't get into unless you go in there or sneak in there or just walk in and go, I'm Alex Kinley, bitches, who's going to stop me? And then you'll discover you're 11 years old and they can just pick you up and put you somewhere else. So, yeah. Essentially, there's about 20% of interesting shit that's not shown on here. But unlike the subways, you don't have to explore all of it. You get a lot of it shown to you in your thing. And if you go over to the Bobcat Hall, then it shows you the weird stuffed Bobcat that's looking rather cheeky. And you guys will be staying in the boys' dorm. And I would like to point out that in Doc's on Doc's bed, somebody's left a Batman and Robin comic for some odd reason. So that's that part. And back to other shit. Let's see, is there anything else? Your new possessions are the following. you get a book bag. It's satchel, like the side slung satchel, several school uniforms for daily wear, workout clothing, gloves, leather, sturdy. These are serious gloves. You can go out and work with rose bushes and shit with these gloves, and various books for classes and shit. That being that your kids again, nobody gives a shit. At 8 or night, according to the house prefect, there's one boy prefect, one girl prefect per house. The girl one's looking rather nervous that someday the woman with no name will come and fucking strangle her while she's sleeping. But at 8 at night, everybody's supposed to be in the common room by 10. It's lights out in the sleeping rooms. Wake up time is like at 8, and everybody meets in the morning for calisthenics down at the parade grounds. Now, what I'm going to do, if it's all right with you guys, is I'm going to run you through the first day, and then after that, you'll have an idea of the kind of shit your guys do every day. But then we'll cut to like the weekends or wherever when you have time off and you could go explore, do plots, whatever the fuck you're wanting to do. Okay? Is that good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Let's see. First day. It's a long ass school day. You get 13 classes in the day plus PT, physical training. You wake up in the morning and drag your exhausted asses to bed at night. Now, each play session, not day, but play session, you're going to get a few different checks. Not all the classes give checks. If they don't, it's assumed that unless you irritate the teacher, you'll pass them with flying colors if you care. There's going to be a lot of cut to the weekends or cut to whenever time works for you. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not going to run a fucking Harry Potter campaign. But everybody wakes up at 7:30. They rush down to the parade grounds. Calisthenics for an hour, followed by washing up, breakfast, first class. All the classes are really large. No roll call is done. The teachers always seem a bit hazy on you guys. Okay? Like, oh yeah, those guys are there. Like, if you weren't there, they might not even register it. Theater is taught by Nigel St. Nigel. He says, welcome to theater. We are going to have a preliminary line reading to see where your acting skills are. It is only half as bad as the preceding classes. It will still be a comfort to the world that many of you will die in training here, and others will give your lives for San Angeles. Everybody, please roll their acting, mimicry, and talent.
Oh.
Theater class with this fucking group.
Mimicry and
Yay!
So mimicry and talent. What'd you say?
Acting, mimicry, talent.
Mimicry will be
Acting.
base.
right.
Great.
Acting was at like a 5th.
Nope.
Nice.
Got mimicry, got talent.
Yours is acceptable. You can sit over there. Anybody else?
I got my acting. I didn't get my mimicry. And I got my talent.
Pete, did you do worse than Chris?
I
Clearly,
got my
this was written
acting.
poorly, and I go back to where all the
I got my acting. I did not get my mimicry, and I fumbled my talent.
He tells you, your performance makes me want to weep, then die. Next.
Success.
We can arrange that.
He rolls his eyes at you. Now, your guys check for the session in this class. One of you, only one. We'll do Chris. Roll a D8. You're all going to get the same thing. You don't learn different shit. So, Chris, give me a D8 roll, please. It doesn't matter if it's high or low. 8. Everybody gets a check in dance, ballet.
Sweet.
Only this group would be excited by building the ballet. During class, one of the little girls raised her hand and when called on asked, is the Phantom still hunting the theater? All of the other girls squeal. Some of the boys look uncomfortable, others curious. Nigel St. Nigel rolls his eyes and he says, the Phantom has not been seen this year at all. The girl goes, but the school year is just starting. And he says, I'm sure you will be perfectly safe from his prying eyes. With the quality of performance I'm seeing, I think it will go into deep, deep hiding. Next up is cryptozoology with McCone. She's the lady who was uncertain whether they should kill your ass or not. After wandering around muttering incomprehensibly to herself, she stands in front of her class and she says, cryptozoology, I'm going to teach you what the different creatures are and how to kill them. If you don't know, if you don't kill them, they will kill you, your friends, your families.
Sweet.
She likes that attitude. You guys all get a check in cryptozoology. Basically, this skill allows the players to know stuff that they personally might know from like D&D monster manuals, etc. It won't work for the really weird, fucked up, like Logan just made some weird creature. What the fuck is he thinking? But other more common creatures it will help with. Next up, English class, taught by Sidney Claw. Relatively normal class. He nervously ignores you guys. Matt, roll high or low for me to see what all three of you are going to learn, please.
Hi.
You guys all get a check in philosophy.
Ooh.
Now, just so you guys know how you get a, like, pretty much if during a session you guys go, we attend classes, then I've got a list of different checks, assuming you actually get through the classes, don't burn down the school, etc. Then you'll get multiple checks for that. But it's not like day by day we learn. No, you get, like, for the session, you get checks. Next up, Tony Ramirez. He has weird-ass golem legs that carry around this apparently crippled teacher. He has a huge amount of personal magnetism. Almost all of the girls and a few of the boys hang on his every word. Give me spot hidden rolls.
Got it.
Fumble.
Matt, you are fucking absorbed into this guy's eyes. They are just so
Dreamy.
wise and dreamy. Yes. So, anybody make your spot? No?
Yes.
Okay. You notice he has scuffed shoes, wear marks on the soles, stuff like that, Chris.
Okay.
Also, the weird golem legs seem to be giving out some sort of odorless steam that dissipates quickly, but it's not steam. Let's see. In this class, you guys get to find out about the spirit pentagrams, because teacher does question and answer with some of the other students. He doesn't really call on you guys and stuff, which is kind of neat. But he asked one of the students, what does having a spirit pentagram do? The student says, it helps identify you as human. Great. And what do you do if you see someone casting magic without a spirit pentagram? Tell the guards. Why? They're probably shape-shifting monsters. Next up, you guys head to... Oh, wait. Let's see. Also, if you guys would like to know anything about history, this is history class and stuff. The main thing is that all of the magic and stuff is called, when it started, it's called the Rending, and it was about 70 years ago that it started. Current year, 2151, for those who care.
Mm-hmm.
Next up, you guys go to Magical Sciences, taught by Luz Estevez, twitchy one-eyed lady who seems aloof and unfriendly. Give me psychology rolls, please.
Got it.
Wow, you are great at psychology.
I'm a fucking doctor, yo.
I get it as well.
She seems to be suffering from massive PTSD. You're not sure why she's teaching children. Her right hand twitches a bit. And when she opens her mouth to begin teaching the class, it's in a strange language, as is your textbook. Everybody, give me Mandarin rolls, please.
What?
Got it.
Excellent.
Oh, wait, I have Mandarin skill already. Excellent.
Ah, good. Anybody else make theirs?
No.
Right. No problem.
Is that a fumble? No, it can't be.
No, you're learning too much for it to be a fumble.
Yeah.
No problem. Chris and Chris only. Roll a d20 until you get a number between 1 and 14 inclusive, please.
8.
You get a check in the first level of the healing tree, which I'll tell you which spell that is in just a second. The rest of you guys, pardon?
I can tell you that. I've got the healing tree.
Oh, cure poison / disease.
That's the one.
Cool. The rest of you guys are sent to Remedial Mandarin.
Nice.
It's you two and also this other kid who looks at you and he kind of looks a little, and he goes, I'm from Canada, and so they think I'm slow, eh?
Get us out of here.
And you guys,
and I walk away.
and let's see, Matt and Pete, you guys both get a check in Mandarin. Pretty much the only way you're going to get checks in the spells, because for some reason they're only taught Mandarin. She only speaks Mandarin to the class, and everybody, including the traitorous doctor, seems to understand perfectly what she's talking about.
Bitch.
You're not sure what's up with that. But then it's a break for lunch, and you guys have several kids that just sit with you guys. Like, you're our group now. I'm going to copy paste the names into Roll20 if you care. If you don't, that's okay too.
Are they all from the Bobcat?
Yep, of course they are. You eat lunch with your own house. To do otherwise is probably treasonous.